everybody, it's Doug here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our continued playthrough of Etherfields. First off, I want to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year to all of you. At whichever point you're watching this, it could be at any of those points. And give you a brief update. I mean, the holidays are going well, and I know I have a contest running. I'm about to conclude that. I decided to conclude it toward the end of the holiday because here where I'm at, I'm having a terrible time getting to the post office to ship things. We're having some issues with just being crowded in that, and I have two senior in-laws and that I'm concerned about, so I'm trying to be as careful as I can, and it's been a little rough out there just trying to get to the post office. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about today. I just wanted to give you that quick update. If you're in participating in that contest, which I hope all of you are, and your subscribers, and for those who've won something already, I haven't been able to ship them out. I've gone a couple of times. It's been so crowded I've turned around and come back, but there you have it. Anyway, what we're here to do today is continue with our playthrough of Etherfields. Now, a couple corrections I want to make with the light tokens. First, light tokens, when you have something, I noticed that it said in the space. It's not clear, but I have to assume, I did that because these are here, but I have to assume it's light in that space. And someone corrected me on that, so that may be true. That's the way they interpret it. It may not be. But I don't think I can do that with those. I think I would have to put it in space, which is not a big deal. I could have easily done that. The other thing is it does only last till the turn, so it would be gone at this point in time. And that's really the biggest thing that I wanted to correct. There was some other things that I think just play style things that got brought up that I could do differently maybe, and then I've got to be careful. One thing is that the shopping carts are actually, even though sometimes they get a little mixed up, I only had two there. It said that I should have three, so I should have two of these left. I'm just remembering that. And with that said, we're going to get on with our free spirit and our specialist. We're going to continue to look through this empty, decrepit market in an attempt to find somebody who knows something about who we are and why we're here in this dream world. So let's get started. We know we've explored some of this already. We've had some crazy, weird things happen. We are being stalked by something in the dark, and it is following us around. We do know that. And we also have this, fortunately, they're just mannequins card. It says, while this card is active, any of the threat tokens in a space that is not darkness is immediately discarded, and I've been using that to my advantage with light. We also acquired something pretty useful to do that with, and that is the flashlight. As you can see, we can burn it, but I'm going to continue to use it as an item for this. Once per turn, we can place a light token in our space, so I can get rid of like these tokens of the things that's stalking us in the dark by shedding light on it. Very thematic. I really like it. Anyway, let's get started and continue with our playthrough. I'm going to get our cards drawn up, and we're going to continue on and see if we can explore this market further. All right, here we go. So we're going to get started with our free spirit. Now, we decided, remember, to swap out our mask for the ghost mask, which allows us to, with a crystal, move one space through a wall or ignore a stress, which we already have two, and she does, in fact, have one crystal, so we'll be able to do that. Plus, she's got 3 spirit of her spirit tokens. However, her cards are getting low, so we may have to use this to ignore the stress of shuffling our deck, right? So let's get started. First off, we can draw up to 4 cards, which is exactly what we have, and we have 1 in hand. So we're going to get to draw all 4. Ooh. That could be good or it could be bad. I don't know. We'll have to see what comes up next. So that's her draw and her deck. Now, she doesn't have to reshuffle yet, though she is out of cards. When next she draws cards, she will have to reshuffle. Okay, let's get going. So this is our free spirit here, and I think we're going to give her the first player token. And here's why. She's going to start her turn off by using the flashlight. Now, as far my understanding of items, there's some ambiguity in the rules. Part of that's on purpose. So I always have to ask myself, am I doing this right? I think I am, but it's sometimes hard to tell. And I think it's one of those games where it doesn't matter if you're doing it exactly right or not. You just enjoy it. Anyway, we're going to use our flashlight, which says place 1 token. Once per turn, we can place 1 token, light token, in our space. It's active until the end of this turn. That's great. So what we're going to do is we are going to take a light token, like we've seen before, and we're going to place it in her space. She's shining the flashlight around. Now, the problem with that is the flashlight has batteries, right? So it can run out. So we have to roll this die, and if we roll an X, which we did not, we rolled a 2, that we would lose the flashlight. Luckily for us, we don't have to worry about that. We don't lose the flashlight. However, because we've shown light around in this area, we get to trigger this. This card is active until the dream ends, so that means until we finish this entire dream sequence. Unfortunately, or fortunately, they're just mannequins. When this card is active, any token in a space that is not dark is immediately discarded. Well, we just lit that space up, so this token goes away, making us safer. So that is important. That's going to be her action. Now, I could just continue with her actions, but we'll move on to the specialist who's down here. Now, I want to move him up one space. There's more to see as we go along here, so we need some movement, which requires the yellow cunning. This is awareness, cunning, and not rage. Forget him. It's so terrible. Wrath. So we're going to use a cunning. He's going to spend his first card. We're going to discard that to move him one space to here, and that's what he'll do for his action. Now we'll go back to the free spirit. She is then going to move to here. We need to find a card for her that we can do that with, and we have one. We'll just use that. She will move up there into that space, and now we're kind of prepping up. We're slowly navigating through this darkened area. Now again, this light token stays there until the end of the turn, so it's going to remain until after the creature is gone and the turn ends. That's probably good for us because the light, I think, is important. Now we can only use the flashlight once per turn, so that's all we can do there. All right, let's go back to the specialist now. He is going to, now we have a symbol here, that little magnifying glass. Now if you haven't seen that, if you haven't been watching, we have this card also in play, Searching in the Dark. So we have to spend 2 cunning or 2 awareness to resolve that. And that is exactly what one of those is. So we need 2 cunning or 2 awareness. And here's the cards that we have. Now we have this. These are progress cards. I'd like to get them out because it triggers something special for us if we can get enough of them out. But I don't have the ability to do that right now. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to use this one with the darkness. Ooh, I don't know, because see, all of this space is dark. It says when you suffer from an entity effect, roll the luck die. This is a reaction we can use anytime. I don't want to use that. So it looks like we're going to have to use one of these. When you place a progress card, you may spend 1 card to flip the assistant instead. And discard this card when resolving the delta phase and choose. Okay, we'll get rid of the optimization. So he's going to spend the 2 awareness on that to investigate the space that we're in. So I've discarded that, and we're going to look at entry 107 in the Book of Secrets and see what he discovers in that dark corner of the market. Let's take a look. There's always some things on here that give us some clues. There's a mannequin here. It's very dark. It says, I wonder what is in this chest. Now we know the chest is up there. It's not down here. We already looked at the chest. So let's go to 107 and see what we've got. In fact, the chest is where we found the flashlight. So 107. Oh, that's not that bad. Something lurks in the darkness. Such monstrous silhouettes. If this is a light space, place 1 threat token in this space. Or night space, rather. And it is. So we're going to just simply place one of those threat tokens down here. And that was the entire entry. We're just bumbling through the darkness. We can't seem to get anywhere in here and figure out what's going on. Okay, so that was the specialist. Now we're going to go back to the free spirit. Now we have the same thing. We want to do the same thing here. Did I spend the wrong card? I think I may have, guys. No, I didn't. Okay, they just have some similar cards in their decks. So this is the free spirits cards, and the reason that threw me off is because of this optimization. They both have one. I do like the spirit card. Whenever you seal any cards, you may place a spirit token. We've had that out before. We don't have it. Oh wait, that is out. Actually, you know what? I should have shuffled my deck. I forgot that is not her hand. That is her. Actually, I did that for both of them. The mechanical shotgun is also. I should tuck those under so I know that they're not the cards. I got to draw one more card for the specialist. It's going to be this one to replace that one. Now, so the free spirit would have had to shuffle her deck, which would cost her a stress, and she would spend that gem to avoid the stress. So we'll just remove the gem, and I'll give her another card to play. and I put that spirit back into her play area because that was a progress card. Totally forgot. There's been a little time between my playthroughs recordings, and I forgot that they had used those as progress cards. So what does she get? She gets, okay, that. Not as helpful, but her deck is shuffled, and that is a good thing. So let's see, what does she have to do? She wants to spend 2, well, we can draw both these cards, or we can, if you're in a space with a threat token, or with a starting monster space, that doesn't help us at all. Yeah, I think she too will spend the optimization as a, well, she'll discard that to get, to be able to read this entry here. There's a thing it says right here, watch out. We don't know what hides in this hole. So she's looking at a hole. There's a hole there. She's investigating it using her her awareness, and that is going to be entry 590. So let's see what that says to us. Hopefully nothing terrible. It's possible. Okay, 590. Phew! I trip over something and almost fall into a damp hole. What moron has left it uncovered? And the flap lies just next to it. Wait, did I lose something? If this area is dark, spend 3 awareness or discard 1 active item. Oh gosh, can I spend 3 awareness? Let's see if she can. She might have just blown that. She might not be able to. I can only spend 2. She cannot do it. We're going to have to give up an item. I'm tempted to give up the spring perfumes. It says during a contact action, you may discard this item to gain 6 awareness. That's really good, but I think we're going to give it up. Yeah, we gave that up. So we had to discard the 1 item. She dropped the perfumes down the hole. That was terrible. All right, anyway, that's her turn. So now we're going back to the specialist. He wants to move again, but we're running out of ability for him to... No, we're not, really. We can do this. So he's going to spend that to move. And that's going to work out okay for him. So he's going to move up to here. And I think the free spirit's going to pass the rest of his turn, and we're just going to let the specialist do 1 more action. He's going to play this assistant card, not for the assistant portion as a progress card, but for this, to spend 2 awareness to investigate this area. There's nothing it says there, but it looks like there's a stairway or something that goes down in the dark surrounded by mannequins. So that is going to be entry 286. I mean, we're really kind of chugging along here, but we're not getting anywhere interesting. Just reading some weird stuff and having tokens come into our space. Not good. Okay, let's see, 286. All right, is this going to be a big one? Yeah, it kind of is. We swerve between piles of fetid trash. Don't touch anything. We all pray in our minds. If this is a dark space, yes, resolve all 3 effects. Oh, this is going to be bad. I already see it coming. Ugh, the stench. There is so much rubbish here. Disgusting. Seal 2 cards. Okay, so he's going to have to seal 2 cards, means he's going to have to shuffle. Damn it, the broken glass again. Spend 2 wrath or suffer 1 stress. He's going to have to suffer the stress. And clawed paws emerge from the darkness, reaching toward us. Place 1 threat token in the space, maximum of 1 threat token. So we're going to take a threat token. There's a threat token, and place it there. They're basically the things in the dark are following him and scratching at his heels and all that good stuff. He's also going to take a stress for the other problem. He still doesn't have to shuffle his card to seal 2 cards, so I'm going to do that. Let's get his deck out. He's got 1 card left, actually, so we're going to have to seal this one and the one with shadows, which is too bad. The inner light one's a good one. So those 2 get sealed. He now has 4 cards sealed. That is terrible. And we have basically, I could still do something with her if I want to. I might move her into the same space. I think we're going to use this to move her into the same space as him, so they're both here. But the weird thing is we haven't revealed, I should double check that. We haven't revealed any new spaces. That's weird. We've searched through the whole thing. We have no new spaces. So let me look at 286 again. I'm just going to look at 107 and 286. I may have missed something in those. I don't think, nope. I didn't in 107 and 286. There's a lot going on there. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's more. Then we noticed something else. It seems we found an escalator leading down. The stairs must have moved. once, but now they are still. We hear a howling from below. Reveal both tiles. Both tiles X, reveal card C. Okay, so we're going to reveal both tiles X. Whatever the heck that means. Well, I don't know what that means. I got to look that up because these tiles are not reflecting that. We only have this one here, the Z. Do I have an X tile? Let's see, no. I do not. Let me look at that and just, I'm going to reread that again so I understand it. Hold on just a sec. Duh, I was grabbing the wrong cards. Here's the tiles that we're going to be turning over right here. We're going to put these out. This is probably going to expand our board. Let's see what we get. This one goes in A4 and and B4. What? A4 and B4. What happened to A3? That's weird. So we don't have any way to get to those. I guess I see. For 3, we can relocate your dreamer to any space, but that's if we're there. How do we get 2 here? A4, okay, A2, A4. Well, we'll put them in their spots. They're way the heck over here. So we got A4 and B4. Makes sense, they all line up, but I guess we can move between here and here, I would assume. Let me finish reading that section just to make sure that we got it right. 286, right? Oh, then reveal card C. If you're not playing alone, take card G. I am playing alone. So we're going to reveal card C as well, which is right here. Oh, I got it. Okay. This answers it for us, right? This goes on B3 now. So B3, I see. It goes like this. How does that sit in there? I guess. Oh, I see. There we go. So we got to move this off. Here's how this is going to fit on our board. We found the escalator space, and it's going to look like that. There we go. That is really amazing how they did these cards. That is so clever. Okay, and that's going to be there. So for 3 cunning, we can relocate to any other stair space, which we can pop over to A4. So that's how we get there. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. However, that is going to mark the end of our turn. So I'm going to put these specialist has 2 cards in hand left still. I'm going to put those back there. And again, I'm tucking these progress cards under their board just a little bit so I know they're actually progress cards but can still read them. That way I don't make the mistake of thinking that's their hand. So we don't know what's down here. It says unmoving stair. So we can go down the old escalator there. That helps us out a lot. So that's how we get to these other tiles. So I think we're going to be moving around. We still have a couple of tiles left to go there. But now we're going to end the turn. So let's take a look at this, at the cards. So in this turn, we don't roll because this creature does not do that. The basic effect is going to trigger, and then the morphing effect. So let's look at the basic effect first. Each dreamer in a space with, we are in a space with a token, with a threat token, seals 2 cards. So that means we're going to have to shuffle. I'll do that in a minute. And then we're going to do the morphing, which is the top one. Each dreamer places 1 token on an adjacent space, maximum 1 per space. On 1 adjacent space. Okay, well, here's what we're going to do. We'll take a token and we'll place it up here because we're probably not going back there ever. And that will be the end of that, and this will get discarded. But we do have to go seal 2 cards. That means 6 of the specialist cards are going to be sealed. This place is not doing well for us. Okay, well, here is the Free Spirit. We did reshuffle her deck. We're going to have to draw it because we need to seal 2 cards. So I'll get her 4 cards out. I don't know what, I guess I should look it up. I don't remember what you do if you have to seal cards and don't have any. Now, our specialist actually did. He had these 2 cards, so you can seal those. He's got 6 cards in his deck sealed now. That is really bad. So I'm going to look up real quick about the sealing of cards. Never mind, the specialist actually doesn't seal these 2. What we seal are the top 2 from her deck. So we're going to seal a slap, and we're going to seal another so many possibilities. And for the specialist, he had to shuffle his deck now. So that means he's going to take a second stress. So they're both up to 2 stress at this moment. And let's see, we're going to seal 2 more from the specialist. We're going to seal the Shining, which is too bad because that's a good card for us. And the the steam bomb is going to get sealed right now. We have to figure out how to unseal these cards as quickly as possible. Though we do have the mechanical shotgun in play. It's not going to help us that much because we need the charges of ether to do that, and he doesn't have any. Or charges on his card, or we can flip the card to gain enough wrath. I think it's X number of cards in wrath. We'll have to see how that plays out. Anyway, I just did the sealing of the 2 cards. That's going to end this round and going to end this episode. So we are slowly making our way through this market. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I really appreciate it. And I'll talk to you in the next episode. And also, I got some new games coming on the channel soon. Typical holidays don't always go as expected. I was planning to do a lot more filming and a lot more stuff with the contests and things like that. But the holidays have kind of... I got time. I got plenty of time to do this stuff. Just today, up through today, I haven't done as much as I would have liked. So anyway, you can expect to see more very soon, and I hope to get some things posted very quickly for you all. So take care, and I'll see you in the next episode of Etherfields as we work our way through this dilapidated market. And now we're going down a dark escalator into another area of the market, and we're really having a terrible time sealing cards and doing all kinds of other stuff. I hope we get a reward where we can unseal some cards. It'd be very, very good about now. But anyway, take care, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.